What's going on YouTube? Kevin here with a video review for the TYLT Zumo, which is an external battery pack for a lot of different devices that you might currently own. Before I begin this review, I want to thank Eugene and everyone else out there at TYLT for sending this out to me for review. Go ahead and check out their website, guys. The link will be down below in the video description as always. So I don't know about you guys, but the one thing I really don't like about most battery packs nowadays is that you still have to carry around an extra cable that connects your device to the charging pack itself. But TYLT has come up with a very interesting solution and a very creative one that allows you to kind of get rid of the extra cables depending on what device you have. Now I have the TYLT Zumo that has a micro USB cable built right into it, but they also make a version that has an Apple 30-pin dock connector into it, so you can charge pretty much any single device you want, since most mobile devices nowadays use either a micro USB or the famous Apple 30-pin dock connector. So we have embedded flex cables which have the cables built right into it, and here on the left hand side, when you pull back this flex cable, you have a USB. And now this is a normal one. This is to actually charge the TYLT Zumo itself. So you just plug this into a computer or a wall outlet and you can charge it, no problem. On the other side, we have, what I have at least, is the micro USB. Again, they have a TYLT Zumo that has a 30-pin dock connector right here. So if you have an Apple device, you can plug that in as well. But we have a micro USB here, and this kind of extends out from the Zumo, and when you're done, just kind of push it back in and fold it back down, and it snaps into place like that. And this is a pretty interesting solution because instead of carrying around an extra cable like I mentioned, you have the cable right here. And if you're charging something with this portable device, you don't really want really long, complex, and tangled wires. You have a nice, simple, short wire. You just plug it into your device, kind of let it sit there, and then when it's done charging, it'll stop, or it'll just charge until the internal battery on this device dies. Now, speaking of the internal battery, this is a 1500 milliamp hour battery, or at least that's what TYLT claims. And that's supposed to be able to charge your smartphone or small mobile device at least once. Now, what did I get when I tested this? Well, I got about 1,000 milliamps, and how I test this is I drain my iPhone completely. I have an iPhone 4S. It has a 1,432 milliamp hour battery. I drain it to completely zero until the fact that it won't even turn on anymore. I have to plug it in, and I plugged it into this, which I charged to full, and then plugged it into my iPhone via a little connector I had, and waited for it to boot up, and then immediately I turned on airplane mode. And that means there are no services running to the phone. It's just powering up the phone, and the phone's not using any of that energy. And even if I did do that, I only got about 65 to 70% of the 3-ish, 5-ish trials that I tried. I got an average about 65 to 70%, which runs to about 1,000 milliamps. So you're not going to get the magical one full smartphone charge, at least not if you have an iPhone 4S and tested it the way I did. And most likely if you're charging it, you're going to be using it, so it's going to be even less. But that is the actual specs of this battery pack. You have a 1,500 milliamp hour battery that you more or less get about 1,000 milliamps, and that's the huge thing that's wrong with this product, is that the fact that it promises 1,500, you really only get 1,000, so you're kind of getting gypped out of 1/3 of the power that it promises. However, I'm almost willing to say that it counters that loss of battery power with the fact that it's such a unique product. I really do like this product. I really love it. It fits in the palm of your hand, so you know it's portable. You can easily throw it into your pocket if you're a guy, or a bag if you're a girl or a guy, I guess. And it's just there when you need it. And depending on what device you have, it's a very convenient way to have it instead of having an extra cable to mess up in your bag and get tangled and what have you. The also smaller thing that's wrong with this, at least that I found, is that it's made of shiny black plastic. Now, I personally don't care much if it's shiny black plastic or not, if it's a device this small, because if it gets a little bit scratched or has some fingerprints or oil on it, it's not a huge deal for me because I don't really care about how shiny my electronics look, especially if it's something like a smaller accessory. But if that really bothers you, if you really don't like shiny plastic products, then this might not be for you. But this does scratch decently easily as long as you take normal care of it. If you roughhouse it, it's going to get scratched up even more, but that's that. We also have on here at the front, if you press this button down, it's actually a button. This is an LED indicator to show you how much battery is left. Each light represents 25%. It's currently at full. And then this is also the button to activate charging. So if you plug this into your device, you have to press this button first, and then the charge will start flowing from the internal battery to whatever your device you're charging. So this has pretty much been my video review for the TYLT Zumo. Again, I think it's a really great product. It has a lot of potential, especially if TYLT can get it to hold the magical one full smartphone charge. I can see this being a very, very powerful accessory in the future, pun intended. So again, my video review for the TYLT Zumo, it will run you about $40 retail. So $40 to have a very, very small, convenient package to charge your mobile device, I think is personally worth it. So I would recommend this. I would give it maybe a 9 out of 10. Again, that one, or maybe 8.5, 8 to 9 out of 10 is what I'm going to say. Because of, again, the deficit of about 500 milliamps, it won't get you that magical full smartphone charge, but it will get you to about 70%, which in my opinion, that's more of like an emergency if you're on the go and you have to like, you know, send an important email or get something like that. I would recommend this as, you know, an emergency battery solution. I wouldn't depend on this as your main solution, just as, you know, an emergency, really quick, I need power really quick to do this one last thing, and then that is what I would suggest you use this product for. But this has been my video review for the TYLT Zumo. Again, I want to thank Eugene and everyone else at TYLT for sending this out to me for review. Go ahead and check out their website, guys. Link will be down below in the video description as always. Until next time, please feel free to rate, comment, and subscribe for more content in the future, and I'll see you guys in the next video review.